Have you ever glanced in the mirror and wondered why that gorgeous printed blouse you loved in your 30s suddenly doesn't have the same magic in your 50s? Or perhaps you've tried on a vibrant dress with bold patterns only to feel like something just isn't right, but you can't put your finger on it. If so, you're not alone. So many women over 50 face this exact frustration, loving fashion, enjoying the thrill of a beautiful print, yet somehow feeling like certain patterns are making them look older, duller, or simply not as fabulous as they truly are. The truth is, prints have the incredible power to either flatter your best features or unintentionally add years and take away that sophisticated, youthful energy you crave. But here's the best part. When you understand exactly which fashion prints to avoid and which ones to embrace, you can completely transform how you look and feel, no matter your age. In today's video, I'm revealing the 10 biggest print mistakes that are secretly aging women over 50. From oversized florals to confusing geometrics, these are the patterns that might be holding you back from looking your absolute best. But don't worry, this isn't just a list of don'ts. For every outdated or unflattering print, I'll share elegant, age-appropriate alternatives that add polish, confidence, and a touch of modern flair to your wardrobe. If you want to discover the best fashion prints for mature women, learn how to look younger after 50, and find age-appropriate prints that flatter your unique style, you're in the right place. Watch until the end for every essential tip, because just one print can make all the difference in how you present yourself to the world. Ready to finally feel inspired every time you get dressed? Let's dive in. Let's start with one of the most common and surprisingly tricky fashion pitfalls: big, bold floral prints. Walk into almost any department store and you'll see racks of dresses and blouses covered in bright, oversized flowers. It's easy to be drawn to these lively patterns, especially if you've always loved a touch of color or romance in your wardrobe. But here's the honest truth. For women over 50, large florals can do more harm than good. Why is that? Oversized floral prints tend to overwhelm your frame no matter your height or body type. Instead of bringing out your natural beauty, they become the first thing people see, drowning out your features, your shape, and even your personal style. On mature skin, these big, high-contrast patterns can create a harsh effect, highlighting fine lines or drawing attention to areas you might prefer to downplay. Worse yet, bold florals are often associated with old-fashioned looks, which is the exact opposite of what you want if you're aiming for modern, sophisticated style. Let's not forget another downside. These prints rarely flatter your proportions. Whether you have a petite frame or curves, massive blooms can make you appear larger or boxier than you really are. If you've ever felt like your favorite floral dress suddenly looks frumpy or somehow just too much, the print might be to blame, not you. So what's the solution? Swap out those large, loud flowers for subtle, smaller-scale floral prints. Delicate patterns with a little space between each bloom are far more flattering and timeless. They add softness and femininity without overpowering your look or aging your appearance. Think garden party chic, elegant, understated, and endlessly wearable. Choosing floral prints for older women doesn't mean giving up on flowers altogether. It's about finding designs that highlight your best features, not compete with them. Look for motifs in gentle colors, subtle contrasts, and flowing arrangements that move with your body. Ready to find out which other prints could be sabotaging your style and how to pick the perfect alternatives. Let's move on to the next pattern mistake that's quietly making women over 50 look older than they really are. Stripes are a true classic, timeless, chic, and always in style. But when it comes to prints for women over 50, not all stripes are created equal. You might be surprised to learn that wide, bold stripes, especially those running horizontally, can instantly add years to your appearance and take away from your natural elegance. Why do wide stripes often backfire? The answer lies in how they interact with your body's proportions. Large, thick stripes tend to create a visual blockiness, making your silhouette appear broader and less defined. For many mature women, this means the stripes highlight exactly what you'd prefer to minimize: the midsection, the bust, or even the arms. Instead of slimming you down, these high-contrast lines can exaggerate every curve and draw the eye to areas you might not want to emphasize. Another pitfall of bold stripes is the harsh, sometimes even severe effect they have on mature features. When the pattern dominates the outfit, it distracts from your face, your jewelry, and even your confident posture. Rather than acting as a chic accent, the stripes become the main event, often at the expense of your natural beauty. So, what's the better option for striped prints for women over 50? Look for narrow, vertical stripes in soft or neutral tones. Vertical stripes have a natural lengthening effect, drawing the eye up and down, which creates a leaner, more elongated silhouette. This small change can make a huge difference in how polished and put together you appear. And if you love a little color, opt for subtle pinstripes or soft color gradients instead of stark, high-contrast bands. Choosing slimming prints is all about balance, using pattern to flatter rather than overpower. Remember, stripes are still your friend. You just need to be selective with width, color, and direction. This approach helps you appear taller, sleeker, and far more modern, no matter your age. Curious about which other prints could be quietly working against your style? The next section dives into a pattern that's bold, wild, and surprisingly difficult to pull off at any age, especially after 50. Let's talk about animal prints. Animal prints have an undeniable allure. Leopard spots, zebra stripes, and snake skins can look powerful, playful, and yes, even glamorous. But there's a fine line between chic and chaotic, especially for women over 50. It's tempting to think that a bold animal print will add instant drama and energy to your wardrobe, but in reality, these patterns can be surprisingly unforgiving. The main issue with large-scale or ultra-vivid animal prints is that they often compete with your own natural elegance. Rather than highlighting your unique sense of style, these busy, high-contrast patterns can completely overpower your look. When animal prints are oversized, neon-colored, or scattered all over a garment, they steal the show, for all the wrong reasons. Instead of looking sophisticated, you may end up feeling self-conscious, or worse, trying too hard. Another challenge: animal prints, when done in excess, have a tendency to date your outfit. While subtle touches of leopard or python can look timeless, full-on animal print dresses or blouses can feel costume-like or old-fashioned, rather than modern and refined. The result: your overall appearance can look less expensive and more chaotic than you intended, something no one wants. So how can you enjoy the fun of animal prints while still looking polished and age-appropriate? The key is subtlety and restraint. Try incorporating animal prints for mature women through accessories: a slim belt, a chic scarf, or a pair of elegant flats. If you do choose a printed top or dress, opt for smaller, softer motifs in classic shades like camel, black, or navy. Muted or monochrome animal prints look sophisticated without overpowering your features. If you want to know how to wear leopard print after 50 and still look modern, remember, less is always more. The print should support your style, not take over the entire look. Ready to tackle another surprisingly tricky print? The next section explores why certain geometric patterns, especially the harsh, high-contrast ones, can be a secret culprit in making your outfits look less refined and sometimes even older than you are. Geometric prints are often praised for their modern edge and artistic flair. Squares, triangles, zigzags, and abstract grids can look stylish and dynamic on paper. But for women over 50, not all geometric prints are created equal. In fact, certain sharp, high-contrast patterns can make your look appear harsh, busy, or even dated. Why do these prints miss the mark? The problem starts with visual noise. Large, high-contrast geometric shapes, think thick black and white stripes, bold chevrons, or jarring checkers, draw all the attention away from your face and natural beauty. Instead of framing your features and complementing your shape, they dominate your outfit, creating a sense of visual tension. For mature women, this effect can feel especially unflattering, adding years instead of subtracting them. Another issue is rigidity. Strong, blocky prints can add a stiffness to your silhouette, making you look less approachable and more severe. Even on a beautifully tailored garment, an overly structured geometric print can overpower delicate skin tones and soften the personality you want to express. So how can you wear geometric prints after 50 in a way that feels fresh and flattering? The secret is to go soft and subtle. Choose geometric prints for women 50+ that feature smaller, more organic shapes, or opt for muted colors and watercolor-inspired lines. Prints in pastel tones or designs with gentle curves can add interest to your look without overwhelming it. These modern prints for older women are both chic and timeless, helping you stand out in all the right ways. Another pro tip, use geometric prints as accents rather than all-over statements. A scarf with a delicate motif or a blouse featuring a subtle linear detail can instantly update your wardrobe without risking the dreaded busy look. If you've ever wondered why a certain top or dress just feels off, the pattern may be the culprit, not your sense of style. Next up, we'll tackle a print that's deceptively difficult to wear. Abstract patterns that promise creativity, but often create visual confusion and can make you look older than you feel. Abstract prints can be fascinating. They're artistic, expressive, and full of personality. But for women over 50, busy or chaotic abstract patterns often backfire, creating a look that's more overwhelming than empowering. It's easy to fall for the promise of creativity, but not every print brings out your best. Why can abstract prints age you? The biggest issue is visual clutter. When a garment is covered in swirls, splashes, or haphazard color blocks, the eye has nowhere to rest. This noise can actually distract from your natural beauty, pulling attention away from your face and adding an unintentional sense of messiness to your outfit. Worse yet, these patterns often blend multiple bold colors and shapes, which can make your overall look feel chaotic or even disorganized. Another hidden problem. These prints can clash with the sophisticated image you want to project. For mature women, personal style is about polish and intentional choices, not randomness or confusion. While abstract art can be stunning in a gallery, on clothing it can read as too bohemian or young, or ironically, too old-fashioned if the print reminds others of outdated trends. So how do you enjoy abstract prints after 50 without letting them overpower you? Stick with clean, simple designs that feature only one or two colors, or that use abstract shapes in a soft, harmonious way. Choose elegant prints for women. Think delicate brush strokes, subtle ombre effects, or gentle curves that move with your body instead of fighting against it. These refined options offer the creativity you love while keeping your look crisp, fresh, and modern. And remember, less is more. Use abstract prints as accents, a scarf, a blouse under a tailored jacket, or a skirt paired with a neutral top. This way, the print becomes a unique highlight rather than the main event. Curious what other print mistakes might be hiding in your closet. The next section explores the surprising effect of prints that repeat too densely, making even the chicest outfits look cluttered and overwhelming. Have you ever put on a dress or blouse only to feel like something is off, even though the colors and style seem right? The culprit might be the print density. When patterns are packed tightly together, think endless rows of tiny motifs, dots, or repeating shapes, the overall effect can be surprisingly unflattering for women over 50. Dense, all-over prints overwhelm your frame, creating a busy and sometimes even claustrophobic look. Instead of letting your features shine, these patterns steal the spotlight, making your silhouette blur into the background. For mature women, this can be especially problematic. Rather than accentuating your shape, dense prints tend to mask your natural lines, making your figure appear shapeless or lost. Another challenge is visual fatigue. When there's no empty space for the eye to rest, your outfit can appear cluttered, distracting from your face and personal style. This is why so many women find that outfits with all-over prints make them look heavier or older, even when the colors are flattering. What's the solution? All-over prints for women can work if you choose designs with enough breathing room. Look for prints with some negative space between the motifs, which creates a lighter, more balanced effect. If you love patterns, select those that have clear, intentional placement, like a floral with distinct clusters or a polka dot with plenty of space between each dot. This approach draws attention to your best features rather than hiding them. Print placement fashion is another game changer. Strategic placement of patterns, such as a bold print on the sleeves or hem, can highlight your assets and add interest without overwhelming your look. Remember, the goal is to let your outfit support your presence, not compete with it. Wondering what other subtle print mistakes could be holding your style back? In the next section, we'll take a closer look at vintage prints, why some make you look timeless, but others instantly age your appearance if you're not careful. Vintage style has an undeniable charm. From classic polka dots to retro florals, a touch of the past can be incredibly chic. when done right. But here's the catch. Not all vintage prints are created equal, especially for women over 50. Some beloved patterns, instead of adding timeless elegance, can actually make you look older and less current than you truly are. Why do certain vintage prints miss the mark? The problem often comes down to color and scale. Many outdated patterns feature dull, muted tones. Think mustard yellows, avocado greens, or faded browns. While these may have been on trend decades ago, today they can wash out your complexion and drain the energy from your entire outfit. Pair that with busy, small-scale motifs like 1970s paisley or repetitive grandma florals, and the look can quickly shift from charming to frumpy. Another pitfall is wearing vintage head-to-toe. Even the most fashionable patterns, if worn all over, can look costume-like rather than stylishly nostalgic. For mature women, the goal is to channel retro inspiration, not get stuck in the past. So how do you enjoy vintage prints without the aging effect? Start by selecting timeless prints for mature women, like classic polka dots in crisp black and white, or elegant larger-scale florals in vibrant but sophisticated colors. If you're drawn to retro patterns, balance them with modern silhouettes, fresh accessories, or updated colors. Mixing old and new is a powerful way to look both stylish and age-appropriate. Avoid prints that are too literal or heavily associated with a bygone era. Instead, focus on vintage-inspired patterns with a modern twist. This approach lets you celebrate your love for fashion history without sacrificing a current, polished look. Ready to see how even tiny details in print design can impact your style? In the next section, we'll talk about why microprints, those ultra-small, barely there patterns, can sometimes make your outfits look bland rather than bold. It might seem that choosing tiny, subtle patterns, like microdots, mini flowers, or faint, scattered shapes, would be the safest route for women over 50. After all, these prints don't scream for attention. But here's the fashion twist. Sometimes going too small can make your outfit look bland, flat, or even invisible, especially if you're hoping to express personality and presence through your style. Why do microprints sometimes backfire? First, their understated nature can actually work against you. On mature skin, tiny patterns with little contrast often get lost, offering no focal point or sense of energy. Instead of highlighting your best features, they fade into the background, making your whole look appear uninspired or even dull. This can be especially true with pale colors or muted tones, which can wash out your complexion and leave your outfit feeling lifeless. Microprints are also less forgiving when it comes to defining your silhouette. Without strong lines or strategic placement, these patterns don't offer the eye any structure. For many women, the result is a look that's more wallpaper than wardrobe, safe, but not memorable. So what's the solution? Microprint style can work beautifully if you use them thoughtfully. Try pairing a microprint blouse with a bold, solid color pant or skirt to add contrast and dimension. Or look for prints that, while small, have a distinct shape or vibrant color that pops against the base fabric. This helps the pattern stand out without overwhelming your look. When you want prints that flatter older women, balance is key. Use microprints as a supporting detail rather than the main event, or mix them with accessories, like a statement necklace or a vibrant scarf, to add life to your outfit. Remember, you want your clothes to amplify your confidence, not hide it. Next, let's take a look at the impact of color. Bold neon or overly bright prints may seem like a fun, youthful choice, but they often have the opposite effect, especially after 50. Here's what you need to know. It's easy to think that bright neon prints or high-contrast patterns are a fun way to bring youth and excitement to your wardrobe. After all, bold color can feel energetic, vibrant, and attention-grabbing. But here's the truth for women over 50. Neon colors and loud, high-contrast prints often have the opposite effect. They tend to highlight every flaw, clash with mature skin tones, and overwhelm your natural beauty. Why do neon and ultra-bright prints age you? For starters, these shades don't complement most complexions after 50. Neon pinks, greens, oranges, or electric blues can make skin look washed out, tired, or even uneven. The intensity of these colors draws the eye immediately, often to areas you'd rather not accentuate, such as the midsection, upper arms, or neckline. Instead of flattering your features, they create a spotlight on imperfections. High-contrast prints, think black and white checkerboards, bold color blocks, or stripes in clashing hues, can also make your overall appearance look harsh and unbalanced. Instead of offering a modern edge, they disrupt the harmony of your outfit, making it harder to achieve that effortless, sophisticated style you want. For mature women, these prints are rarely forgiving. So what's the better approach? Choose sophisticated print colors like soft pastels, gentle jewel tones, or rich neutrals. These shades flatter mature skin, create a polished look, and allow your features to shine. When selecting patterns, opt for prints with a harmonious color palette, blues, blushes, creams, or earthy greens, and avoid colors that shout for attention. You can still enjoy color and vibrancy, just do so with intention. A hint of coral or turquoise in a floral print, a subtle accent in your accessories, or a bold color in a tailored jacket are all ways to add interest without overpowering your natural beauty. Curious about the last print mistake to avoid? The final section reveals why certain trendy or seasonal prints can throw your look out of balance, and how to find modern, age-appropriate alternatives that always feel current, never forced. It's tempting to think that wearing the latest trendy prints, like tie-dye swirls, cartoon graphics, or bold emoji motifs, will instantly update your style and help you look younger. Fashion magazines are filled with seasonal must-haves, and the appeal of looking fresh and current is undeniable. But for women over 50, following every print trend can actually backfire, creating outfits that feel unbalanced or even out of place. Why do some trendy prints miss the mark? Many are designed with younger audiences in mind. Loud tie-dye, playful cartoon characters, or splashy graffiti-inspired patterns can make mature women look as if they're trying too hard to fit in with a younger crowd. Instead of expressing confidence and authenticity, these prints often highlight the generational gap and may draw attention for all the wrong reasons. The result? Outfits that feel costume-like or awkward, rather than chic and self-assured. Another pitfall: many trendy prints lack the timeless quality that makes style truly ageless. What's popular one season can look outdated or even silly the next. For women seeking a wardrobe that lasts, investing in passing fads usually means more regret than reward. So, how do you stay modern and on-trend without sacrificing elegance? Focus on prints for elegant older women that feel fresh but still polished. Think classic stripes in an updated color palette, abstract florals with a subtle edge, or contemporary geometric designs with a refined twist. These prints strike the perfect balance. They keep your look current without veering into the territory of trying too hard. It's all about finding prints that support your personal style and make you feel like the best version of yourself. When you choose wisely, your wardrobe will never feel outdated, forced, or unbalanced. Now that you know the 10 print pitfalls to avoid and which age-appropriate, stylish alternatives to embrace, it's time to bring all these lessons together. In the final section, I'll recap the key takeaways and show you how to make every print in your closet work for you, no matter your age. We've journeyed through the world of fashion prints together, uncovering the patterns that can secretly add years, overwhelm your best features, or simply fail to reflect the vibrant, confident woman you truly are. If you've ever stood in front of your closet, feeling frustrated, wondering why a particular top or dress just isn't working anymore, know this: you're not alone. Our bodies, our skin, and our sense of self all evolve with time. Your wardrobe should evolve with you. Let's recap what we've learned. Oversized florals, wide stripes, loud animal prints, harsh geometrics, chaotic abstracts, dense all-over patterns, outdated vintage motifs, microprints, neon and high-contrast colors, and overly trendy, youth-oriented designs. These can all work against you if you're not careful. Each of these prints can distract, age, or diminish your presence, especially for women over 50. But none of this means you have to shy away from prints altogether. The key is intention. The best fashion prints for mature women aren't about blending in or playing it safe. They're about selecting patterns that enhance your beauty, complement your personality, and add joy to getting dressed every day. Gentle florals in soft hues, vertical pinstripes, subtle animal prints used as accents, pastel geometrics, elegant brushstroke abstracts, balanced spacing, timeless vintage-inspired designs, prints with purpose, and harmonious color palettes. These are the secrets to looking fresh, modern, and truly yourself. Remember, age-appropriate doesn't mean boring or predictable. It means choosing prints that flatter older women and that let you feel both stylish and authentic. There's a quiet power in knowing what works for you, and an even greater power in knowing you can adapt as your style evolves. So, what should you do next? First, take a moment to look at your closet with fresh eyes. See each print not as a rule, but as an opportunity. Experiment with mixing and matching, try new combinations, and pay attention to how you feel in each pattern. Your comfort and confidence are the best guides to your personal style. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more tips on how to look younger after 50, how to choose wardrobe essentials, and how to develop a signature style that always makes you feel amazing. And if you're ready for even more inspiration, check out our next video, Best Wardrobe Essentials for Women Over 50, where we'll reveal the timeless pieces every woman needs for a chic, effortless look at any age. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, style doesn't have an expiration date. Every day is a chance to express who you are and celebrate the unique beauty that only comes with experience and confidence. Until next time, wear what makes you happy, embrace your individuality, and let every print in your closet tell the story of you.